There we are, it's better. I was watching the YouTube feed and it wasn't on, even though the Twitch one is. So, don't know what's going on there. So, I'm just trying to keep a little eye on it. There we are. That's us now showing up on YouTube as well. Fantastic. So, how are we all doing on this glorious Thursday evening? I was thinking it was Sunday for a second there. We have the joys of the ARC maintenance today, followed up by the normal STO maintenance. Always fun. Then we got our R&D bonus weekend on PC. Woohoo! And still no Phoenix event, still no Mud Bundle sales or hee-haw. So, I was slightly disappointed, shall we say. And if it wasn't for the fact I was streaming tonight, I'd still be doing the video for the last part of the 25th anniversary Star Trek game and moving on to Judgment Rights. But I thought, I've got keys, but nothing else really to do tonight, and I thought, let's start some entertainment. So, as you can see, I've already done all my dailies for the endeavours. Done my event one, so that was done successfully just by turning in one of the many alts that I ran through the mini episode on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday I sat and did all them. So, cuts it down to 10 seconds to complete the daily for the event, which is nice. So let's get cracked into this. So, I did a bit of gambling, I've done a little bit of moaning so far. I'm keeping an eye on Discord as well. What's this? I've just seen Bort's post there saying that the summer event ship has been done for over a month already. I'm excited to see how folk react to it. Well, depending on what it is, you might not be that excited by the end of it. When we can finally announce it, it's definitely a ship. And see, I don't get that. Why confirm that you've got the ship ready to go, but not announce it? Why not start teasing it? Get people excited for the event. So, it's I don't quite get the old approach that they're doing. It's confusing me. You thought you'd want to build up hype, get players excited to play, get them back in playing, even with the server performance. And then that could in turn increase revenue. But whatever they're doing must work for them, by the looks of it. So anyway, what we got tonight, we have 20 Borg, 20 Infinity, and 20 Safe Galaxy. So we'll rip these open, and then we'll see about picking a ship, and doing some TFOs. That's nice, first off the bat. Borg Doff Pack. Ground trait, yeah. Slow clicking builds the suspense. Ooh, they could be worth something. That's definitely worth a key. Weapons packs. Randomly transporting Surian. Fantastic. Oh, shield soon drones. Oh, another liberated Borg. That's nice. More R&D packs. More safe galaxy weapon packs. More R&D packs. More shield drones. Ooh, another liberated Borg. Nice, that's becoming a bit more profitable. Now, of course, the question then becomes, is do I open the Borg packs, or do I just sell them? Get more keys, do more gambling. Oh, a watcher. Nice. As key opening goes, it's not horrendous. Bleeding R&D pack. I'm excited for seeing them. Ooh, the R&D bonus, so that would probably sell quite well coming up. Modules, R&D pack, more R&D packs. Oh, another watcher, that was good. Oh, we've got the explosives soon drones now. We're stepping up. Watcher servo, so there we are. So what did we get out of the 60 keys then? So we've got 3 liberated Borg Doff packs there. We've got 304 lobby, always nice. If only they'd been the space ones, could have made a lot more profit off of them. So I've got the duty officer commendation experience points, so given what we've got coming up, that could be quite profitable. Borg combat structures, not so much. Weapons packs, if we're lucky enough to get an Omni, that would be nice. What mail have I got? Son of a... Thought you'd want an advisor. Did we not have that conversation the last time about sending me Wayne Doffs? Then with the VIP vouchers, 10 R&D packs, so probably get about 20 million for them. Rep ones, we've got 3 of the Fleet Mark bonus pools, so they'll sell quite quickly. Because everybody's diving in for this increased fleet credit thing with the latest change. Then I'm sure the Safe Galaxy, is it the Safe Galaxy one that don't have an Omni? No, they do have an Omni, because I got one and sold one once. It's the radiolytics that don't have the Omni. There we go, so try for an Omni. Extremely unlikely, then all day. Rubbish. Get modules there. Hollow Novel. There's Big Mac, yep. Dan. I almost went for a Big Mac today actually, I was a bit peckish. Drove past McDonald's and kept on going though. So 2 kit modules there, a couple of watchers, that'll make some money. Useless. They make a wee bit of cash then. Yeah, so on that one. And then 2 R&D bonus pools, so they should sell quite well this weekend. Tells you our command code. Explosive Soon drones, which are again pretty useless. And a reinforcement duty officer pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this up a little bit first off. Right there. Throw them in there out the way because they're not even worth trying to sell. Get rid of them. And then I'll put in the bank all the stuff that I'll open later. Oh, matter of fact, actually, I'll do this first. That. Them in there. The watches is going in there, that's going in there, that's going in there, that's going in there. They're all going in there. There's that, so that, so that. Them. And I'll leave all those packs there. Simulated ones, they're going to go because I'm sick for up opening them. Right. Forgot to put the way they'll be. There we go. There we go. Much better. Right, so let's see. What shall we open up first? Now, let's see if we get any fun kit modules. What did we get? Tactical EMP bombardment 4. Okay. Biotoxin injection. I think that one's not selling very well. Not sure about that. I'll need to have a look. Weapons packs. We'll get to that in a second. So we'll open up the Save Galaxy ones. We'll do 3 beams and see if we get an Omni. Probably not. Nope. We'll do a ground weapon just for giggles. In case you wonder why I'm throwing into the account bank, I don't have a lot of space available to sell them on my main account. Well, my main thing. Too many offers up at the moment and nobody buying. But that. Right. Borgdorf's right. Let's see if we get screwed over this time. I'm sure you can block players from mail, can't you? Right. Let's see what we get. 15. 32. 28. I have a sneaky suspicion they are not the best ones. Because I honestly can't remember which ones are the best ones. We'll have a little look at the prices. Right, so 32 of 47. Not a bad return there, actually. I shut my mouth. 28. Yeah, okay, 28's not the best. Okay, fair enough. And 15's definitely not. Oh, it's fine. So I'll put the 15 up for... Well, matter of fact, I've got more space than I thought I did. 8.5. Just to get rid of them. What's the 32? What does that do? Size proves critical severity by 20%. That's a 15% chance. I think I've already got a 32 actually. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's that's the one I was going to sell. That's the one I'm thinking of. Why have I not got that up for sale? This is what happens when I take stuff down and I forget all about them. So for 29. Yeah, it's unusual I get profitable Borgdorfs I've got another pork one somewhere. For the love of no money, I cannot find. Oh, there it is. 47. That's in the cooldowns. Right. Ooh, tough choice. Keep 32 for the occasions that I do, the EPG builds, which, to be fair, are few and far between. Sell it for some profit. Right, how much was 28 going for again? I'm definitely selling 28. And somebody putting it on at 20 million less than the lowest one. Put it on a million less, 500,000 less. And if folk are looking for it, they're still going to see your one first. And if they're really wanting it, they'll just buy it. I'll stick this on for 40 and a half. I'll put this one on for. I was going to say if I had the money I'd buy the other one and put them both back up, and I just realised I did. Right. 32. 32 is going up on the exchange for 253 million. There we go. Happy days. Might even be able to make enough to cover this endeavour. Right. Hell, I made quite a bit recently, that's why I bought the keys. Right, we've got any cheap keys going at the moment. Let's have a wee quick look. I was expecting them to be a lot cheaper. It's also a very specific number, 678. Why is that? Because somebody put a load up at 679. And somebody's put them up as 678. Oh, do I buy some or do I hold off on principle? Tough decision. We shall circle back to that. Right. Sell them. Sell that, and then we'll go and pick a ship, and we'll go and have some fun. So they're going for 400,000. That's fine. 3 of them up for 1.2. And what are these going for at the moment? Yeah, they've went up quite a bit since Spencer's video, funny enough, because they were sitting at, it was 750 the other day. Or even less, actually. I think it might have been closer to 5. 900 it is. So I was wanting to buy them and flip them, knock yourselves out. Somebody's talking about shield tanking. There's like 3 people that do it. Right. Well, then we'll clear out the inventory by sticking the other boxes in the bank. And then we'll go up to the ship selector. So get your thinking caps on. Hey, Fruz. And notice how I don't take the mickey out of the Australian accent like Pammy does. Just want to point that out. Probably could do because I've actually got family in Australia. And I do regret not coming over for a year. Many years ago. If this is mere doffs, I might kill him. He'll get his own. He'll get his comeuppance once I get my hands on him. Right. I appreciate that, Fruz. I really do, mate. Appreciate you stopping by. We did some not too bad gambling there. I've got enough to cover the cost of it, that's the main thing. So now I'm just going to grab a ship and we move this microphone as well, because I noticed that it's going up in the red quite a bit there. That should be better. Right. Who's quite the Grinch? If you're referring to my good self, well, just myself. Had this had a huge list of bundles on sale, we would have been playing with quite a few different ships tonight, I tell you. That's been 7 months. November last year was when the last one started. So, beginning of last year, I had picked out 8 mud bundles I was going to buy. Come November last year, I bought 2. So, because they waited that long to do the sale, I got frustrated. I kept talking myself out of them. So they lost quite a bit of Zen money doing that. And it looks like it's going to be the same again. Because the longer they go without sales, the less I'm buying. So I've got Zen sitting there to use. Well, we can just go and buy what? 25 packs, 20 keys, so 500 keys. My maths correct? Somebody double check my maths, please. Yeah, 25 times 2 is 50, so 25 times 20 is 500, yeah. So I could just boat all on 500 keys. Miss hard drive, how we doing? And then never buy Zen again. Go and spend money on, hey, Star Citizen, become Nick. So, righty ho, so let's have a quick look through here. So, we're going to do some random TFOs. Now, depending on the ship, will depend on the level. Severe tempted just to stick to doing advanced ones, purely because I don't want to get stuck in Corfez. Just not in the mood for Corfez tonight at all. So, we have, yeah, Stephen. Decca's driving me towards Star Citizen. It could be worse, it could be Fleet Command, which I may or may not end up doing depending on the sponsorship offer. Yeah, I'll do anything for money. So, since the World Razor's working again, we have that sitting there. I'm just trying to think of the promo and lockbox ships I've got kicking about. But Shrike, the lovely little spinning top of the Gorn Hunter. I tell you what, see you try to fly that gets confusing very quickly. Another warship there. Why not? I'm going old school this week. I've been doing the Star Trek the 25th anniversary playthroughs. So we also have the Liberated Borg Juggernaut. So that was one of the 3 that I had. So I won 1 on the Mutara Alliance stream. So the link should be in the video description. If you have not checked them out, please do so. I don't actually have a Ranger to do it, but I could do it in the ship customizer and just not save it. So I'll jump to that in a wee sec, because I think the Paladin's kicking about somewhere in the list. because I am doing a video on the Paladin. I'm about halfway through it, and then I decided to go and do the 25th anniversary ones. Put that on, take that off. I think so, yeah. I think that's them, Stephen. The Mutara Alliance. They stream on normally a Thursday, Sunday. And they do giveaways on the streams on Twitch. You don't have to be a member. You can enter and win. That's what I did for a couple of weeks, and I felt kind of guilty that I won a ship and won some keys and that, so I threw quite a few malts into the fleet. Who knows? I know what it is. I wonder why I can't hear anything, and it's because let's check this. Where's the display capture? That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, no idea who they were. Nice. Nice. Right, so the Paladin, first off. So the main change on this one, apart from the fact it does look really nice again, is having the vanity in the cells, which change colour with the vanity shields. Now, that was a nice addition. Unfortunately, the impulse engine effects are still screwed, but at least the Bastard Collector's changed now. And then, we've got a random, don't we? Randomise. And there we go. The Ranger Saucer, Paladin Hull, and then the Paladin Vanity things. Yeah, it was the update that Pundus did, and he posted about it on Tuesday during, I think it was during or just after the downtime, and I can't remember the name of the artist that did the work. He did post their name on Blue Sky. Just can't remember off the top of my head. But yes, you can now get bash it. Problem is, it's going to cost me 2,000 Zen just to do it. Because I don't actually have a Ranger. I'm saying that though. I don't think the Ranger is in the ship store. I think it's only the Zen store. I'll double check that in a wee second. Let's randomise again. Yeah. Really good. That's right. What would happen if we did this? Nah. I would say that given how Spencer's guesses are usually around about 99.99995% accurate, we're getting a T6 version of the Ranger soon. So, if that comes to pass, I do quite like the Ranger class, to be honest. I like the look of it. The Paladin one I'd got. Why did I get the Paladin one? Why did I get that? Was it in a pack? It might have came in a pack or something I bought, I think. That's why I had it. I'll double check that in a wee second. Let's randomise again and see what else we get. Jesus. That's how good it could be. Kind of prevents pregnancy. I don't know, you look at me and I've got 3 kids. It doesn't work that way. Trust me. Yeah, so that's the that is the Ranger hull. And that's what's with just the pylons. That's the Paladin Saucer and the Paladin Vanity nacelles. So, because it's the Paladin, funny enough, it's actually the Ranger Saucer that's got the secondary hull on it. All nacelles, certainly. So that's the Ranger one. Yeah, just go away. I'm not buying it, I just want to look at it. What I do like is on the Paladin Saucer, you've got this concave dome there. And this level of detail inside it, that does change with all the vantage shields as well, and some of them look really, really nice on it. That video will be out on day one today, Thursday, probably Saturday by the time I get to finish it. That's the normal cells, and we've also got the beta ones. I'm not buying it. That's just the static Bizarre collectors with little antennas on the end of them and no illumination for the nacelles. Even this one's impulse engines are wrong. Let's just switch to the Ranger for a second. Yeah, it's a Bizarre collector and engine effect. That's why it's wrong on the Paladin as well. One more randomise. There we go. So there's the Paladin saucer, hull, and the cells. Yep. So tiny. It's like putting 15-inch wheels on a Toyota Hilux. That's what it's like. And it's workable. Tell you what, let's come out for just a little second. Let's try it. I'm going to kill him. Right, if you're watching, stop sending bleeding doffs. There. Let me just stick on. What's the barrel one went to? Yes. Seen quite a lot of that in the past. And then they come to a speed hump and they just grind to a halt because they can't get the nose over it. And the wheels are just grinding against the wheel arches. Right, so that's a Ranger with the wrong impulse engines and all the rest of it. Let's randomise this. That's just the normal. Now, you're right, Dan. See if you'll send me, the proper Borg ones that I need. Then me and him would get on fine. And the mum sound like I did. Yep. There we go. So there's the Ranger hull with the, I think it's a Paladin pylons on it, isn't it? So Ranger saucer, Paladin hull, and Paladin vanity and the cells, so you can see the Bizarre collector's changed in that quite nicely. That's it. The only complaint I've got about this, and I do mean the only one, is the impulse engines. That's the impulse engines there. On this shield, they're supposed to be red. That is the only complaint I have about the remaster of these, is that the impulse engine effect's wrong. Everything else about it, absolutely fantastic piece of work with them. Because if I change that to the normal ones, And you get stuck with that red dome over the top of it. And it screws up the effect a bit. Put the vanity ones on, and this one particularly just blends in very nicely. There we go. Now that doesn't look half bad. I have to say, I do like that. You know, with the wee bender dome in the back, yeah. Next thing I'll be popping beers and smoking cigars. I'm just wondering, do you think they dropped the model one day and the saucer just moulded round the secondary hull and they just went, that's a new class of starship? That's what it looks like. It looks like the saucer's just dropped on top of the secondary hull. Moulded itself round it. And the neck's still been in place and just shifted back. Yes, that does look very nice. Certainly not 2,000 Zen worth, but it does look very nice. Now back to what did I get this from? That was it. Temple Agent Starter Pack. I knew I got it from something. It is a stretched out version of the NX-01. When you look at it, it's more like that, I would say, than the Ranger. As we look at the NX-01, I can find it. What's it called? It's not called the... Oh, it's called the Temporal something, isn't it? That was it. Yeah, so when you look at it, it is very much like a stretched out NX class. I wonder why they didn't put it on that skin, or that frame, I wonder. Might ask the devs that one day on the next stream that they do. I might just say, why did the Paladin go on the Ranger frame and not the NX class? Because I would say that is more in keeping with the Paladin shape. Anyway, right. Ah, he's sweet. Sent me an 1847. One of the lowest Borg doffs you can possibly get. Gotta love him. Yeah. What was I doing? That's not what I'm doing. I'm doing this. Yeah, so it was just something obviously just popped into my head there. Just where Wildwood just saying it looked like an S1 going, it really, really does. T5s. I was just advertising there. Right. Is that the only T5? No, it's because I've got a filter on. I'm just going to say that can't be the only T5. Yeah. So, what does the Ranger even come with, out of curiosity? I'm not a temporal one. Photonic decoy beacon. Enemies that attack and damage the beacon will suffer shield damage, have their damage resistance and shield hardness reduced. Yeah, I'm just wondering because, you know, I think I know what it is. It's this one. The Temporal Special Agent Pack. It gets you, it gives you the Daedalus variant, the Ranger, Gemini. Sorry, that's the Ranger. What's that? The Perseus. Then you get the can't remember, is that what, 26th century, 29th century? Can't quite remember. You get all them. So the problem I had is also I had the Paladin, and I've got those three there as well. So 15,000 Zen for realistically 3 ships. Well, 3 tier 6 ships, should I say. Just be those 3. No, those 3. Okay. Let's have a look. When does it start? Let's see, what does it say? When does it start? Let's have a look. Started 3 hours ago and it's still not live. That starts tomorrow. So the R&D event starts tomorrow. Heck, I might as well just put it up on screen over here. Then we can all see it. So it starts tomorrow, 8 AM Pacific time. So for me, that's 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And it's on for 4 days. Oh yes, I'm doing Spencer's news videos. Teach him to do vanity shields. Guys, I hope he's not watching. All R&D packs, we'll give it an all 25% extra, usual. So then we're getting bonus accommodation, which will come in handy for selling those boosts that I got at the lot boxes. Free purple quality duty officer. Yep. So that's that the Exo comp. Yeah, Exo comp. Yep. Duty officer pack, sold during the event, will have a free additional green quality. Or better. Off inside, applies to CISO purchase packs, not those rewarded during rank up, that's fair enough. In addition, R&D packs will be available 20% off. Both R&D packs as well as bundles will be discounted. So the R&D pack's down to 240, the bundle down to 800, and then 20% off the other DOF packs. So it's not the promo ones, it's just the normal ones. Yeah. So so there's that Sagittarius. The only thing that bothers me about these ships is the console are locked to them. I think there was one that did a decent buff. Is it this one? Right, so there's It gives you a massive boost to damage resistance, and all outgoing hull and shield heals are substantially more powerful during the duration of the effect. That's your hull and kinetic damage resistance. And it can only be equipped on temporal cruisers. And then, what was the other one? It's the other one I'm thinking of, that Nautilus one, whatever it is. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so the console for this one boosts the exotic damage and resistance to all damage. That would be an ideal for an APG build. Well, depending on the figures, of course, but it's bound to that ship. No, they only do that with the promo ones, boxing. That's the only ones they do that with. They don't tend to lose the other ones. It's only when there's promo ships available that they forget to put it in. Terrible, Stephen. Terrible. Right, anyway, let's get back to what we're going to do. Let's pick a ship and go and have some fun. And no, I'm not using the Paladin. Okay, there's that console there. 15 mine and top damage cat 1 and 15 phaser damage cat 1. Oh. Yeah, it's the Pegasus. So that's the one that you can get for the lithium out of the ship vendor. Ooh. Right, let's pick a ship. So we can either do lockbox, promo, or C-store. Connie 3 there, we've got the Connie 2, which actually turned out to be quite a fun ship to fly, to be honest. I've been quite enjoying it. I actually remember to use the console. Now I've got the Discovery refit. I've got the XL2. What fun ones have we got? Credence, and the one that's got the back end that looks like a whale's tail going up and down when you're sitting stationary. Theme build with the Atlas. That was fun buying the tier 2 Constitution, I think it was. I kept having to buy to get the upgradable dual phaser banks. Just one in case I'd frozen there. The Cadence is a fun ship. Party ship. Which one's the party ship? That's the question. We don't have the one with the disco ball. Do we mean the spinning headache? Oh, the disco. Okay, I'll take the refit out. I haven't actually used this in ages. I can't remember what builds on it. Alright, let's ready Starship. Let's see what comes up with. Right, for a start, why is that vanity shield on it? That's the first question. Right, what am I doing? Needs to be a side top kind of build by the looks of it. And I want to change some stuff on it. For exotic damage, where's the one from the Connie 3? Where did that go? It's quite disturbing because I'm scrolling through this and out the corner of my eye, because I've got my OBS up over there, I'm seeing myself scroll as well. It's catching my attention. Alright, let's see. Connie 3, Connie 3. So the one in the 10th isn't really that great. The one in the 12th bundle, the 13th bundle, the mirror one, the mirror coin. It's not that good either. This one's so-so. The only good thing of it is universal designs. Right, where the heck is that? Is that it? No, it's not it. Can't even remember what it looks like. I'll know as soon as I see it as well. Oh, there it is. It's just giving me energy damage and that's fine. Right. What else we got? Hey, well, we'll run it like that just now. Right. Stick a shield on it. And check the loadouts. We'll grab all 3. What's that? Structural analysis, that's coming off. Jam target sensor 1. Task back roll, and that can change to tractor beam. And we'll leave photonic officer there. That'll do the trick. Nice. Right. Let's go and see how much of a foo bar my tree is. Yeah, I'm a bit distracted there. I'm using the stream manager on Twitch and it suddenly went dark. I was like, the switch fell off. Right. This tree is a mess. Right. It's time to start moving stuff about here. Stay there. That's going to go there. It's coming down here. Maybe all of them. Stick that there. There. Just dawned on me I don't actually have DPRM on this. That's coming off. It can stay. Right. This is the one thing that annoys me quite a bit. I think I've got a forced challenge on this. And that's still a 2-minute cooldown, that's quite impressive. Right, so photonic officer, no, up here. Go down fight, and go there. Open the salvo. Right. Now I need to check the duty officers as well. This is quite, well, it's a semi-old build. It's one of the first RPG builds I've played with, and I've semi-updated it. But I really do need to actually go in and just strip it out and start again. But we'll see what it does in a excuse me, TFO. Move that down, that there, that there, that there. Right, there we go. Semi-sorted. Semi-sorted. It should be done, yeah. It's an event reward, so it should disappear in events reclaim, and then it should be in the space set. Because for some weird bizarre reason, I've thrown everything in here now. I don't think they actually realise that this is here. It says it's the reclaim reward, so why we've got hangar pets in, and so swing for a set. There you go. So with the Protostar set sitting there, with the Crystal Harmonic Star set sitting there as well. So it should just be exactly the same then. My favourite one, so I've got two answers to that. In Star Trek in general, it's the Constitution refit. Hands down. Oh, motion picture, Rathikan, that ship, my favourite ship in the entire lot of Star Trek. In game, at the moment, I am messing around with the Connie 2, but probably say the one I would really like to fly is actually the Connie 3. That's the one I really like at the moment. Yeah, because I got that about 7-8 months ago. I got that when I was doing the Enterprise series videos, and also I wanted to try and get the Enterprise G in on the rest of them. So I got that, started to fly it. Well, it doesn't handle too bad. No. You know, it has a 4-4, but you know, doing a broadside build on it. Quite happy seeing it spin round and round and round, just like Kylie Minogue sang. Right, we've been back down to Joint Command. Look at the duty officers. Yes. So if I'm just playing away, which I'll be honest, I don't do as much as I used to. Between the servers, the lack of sales and so forth, I don't spend a great deal of time in. Ooh! One of the cheapest things I had on the exchange is sold. Fantastic. Nice. Good plan, Wildwood. Good plan. So my main, this is it. So this is my main. And I'm not going into the Discovery uniform for it, but it's close enough. So my main's just got a mixture at the moment, just basically because I had all the ship slots available. Well, bought them all out to maximum. So I tend to keep, the most recent purchases. My favourite character start in the game. That's a good one. Well, I have to say the Temporal Recruit one because you're doing the TOS character. And I really liked how they did it, the TOS. Especially getting to go down fighting in that final battle. Before moving in. And then obviously, because you've done that, you retain all your TOS uniforms and everything. And the story arc isn't too long. I think it's just long enough. And also, the TOS one, you get the TOS galaxy map and everything to begin with as well. So they put a great deal of effort into it, and I really did like it. And then also you retain the flip communicator and the transporter effect, which is something I wish they'd let you customise in game, so you can just go to the tailor and just go, right, there's the comm badge, there's my uniform, right, transporter effect, and have them all. So you can have TOS, TNG, the numerous ones from the films, including that what felt like 6-hour one from the motion picture in the Wrath of Khan. They seem to think longer transporter effects were better. It's like, nah, shorter the better. But yeah, we could have the option of customising that. I'd be very interested. Right, so that's all that set up. And duty officer wise, now I don't know if anybody else has come across this, but 9 times out of 10 when I change ship, one of my duty officers falls off the build. Now I save the build in space, I'll save it in the social zone as well, and I'll save it in sector space most times as well. Yeah. Nice, Dan, I appreciate that. Is that the one that does... That's TAC command, that's not that one. I'm saying that is... Right, to the what have I got one? Right. There's Law, because we need him for the torpedo. Oh, it's not special, that Borg one down there. That was Intel. Right. Well, we don't have Intel in this ship, do we? Nah, it's Miracle Worker and Command. Okay, 13 ones, yep. You can get the TOS Joe Beambanks. Well, not Joe Beambanks, the twin phasers for Dill through the ship vendor. I've got a ship vendor here. Do you have a ship vendor? Hey, there we go. I've got a ship vendor. Alright, Lieutenant. And we don't want fighters, we don't want more birds or raptors. It's not that. Lieutenant Commander one. I think it's off of this one. I think. Or is it tier 3? There is one of them that gives you the dual beam twin phaser arrays that are upgradable. So it's a case of just buying the ship for Dill, getting rid of it, keeping the weapons, rinse and repeat till you have a full set. I'm sure it's that one that does it. I'd buy it just now, but I'm at the maximum number of ships at the moment. Yeah, 2 and 2. I think it's that one. That's what I did to get all the ones on the Atlas. I was just doing it as just a theme build. Right, trying a random. I've got them at level 15, I just don't have them at epic. But they're on a 5-3, so I can still do a broadside. I'll equip them in one of the Connies. Ha!
The situation is grim. There's more.
Excuse me. Right, bloody remember that I've got a different button for torpedoes and mines than I do for dew builds. Did a lot of theme broadside builds fairly recently, actually. I was using the it's ISA Toxin. I'm just doing advanced ones because I don't trust this build yet. It's not quite there. Yeah. I say they've got a ton of stuff they can do. As Spencer pointed out, they need to increase the cap from 10 million because it is extremely easy to hit that now. Time for visual spam. Find my mouse. I probably should have done was actually have a parser on. Okay. I say I'm as critical as the next person when it comes to some of the really crazy stuff that they've decided to do or try to do, but the change they've made for the fleet credits to try and entice players to not put the deal on the exchange and put it into the fleets, I don't think that's such a bad idea. But the need to have more. No, it's because from my side, I've got the SROs that I want. I've got the pets that I want. I've got the equipment that I want. So I don't need anything with my fleet creds at the moment. Now, yes, I can go and buy a ton of Doth packs from the Fleet Starbase, rip them all open, put them all on the exchange and make some EC. Not much, but I'll make some. And that's generally what I do every once in a while with the fleet creds, because at the moment I don't have much. What have I got? 1.3 mil. Speaking reminds me. I'm gonna do all these fleet marks because anytime I'm doing a TFO of that, it's always fleet marks that I take. Something's just pinged. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate the follow there. Thank you. Again, why is my Twitch keep doing that? It's making me very nervous. It keeps going black like that. Let's get up to 45 followers over on Twitch, which is impressive since I've not been doing Twitch for that long. Right. Just make sure there's nothing else that I can just throw in at the moment. It's fine. Yeah, so that's, yeah, but there is a lot of players that I was going to continue my train of thought that are very active with the fleets, especially the younger fleets that need to build a lot up. So getting the fleet creds and buying the DOFs, opening them and then putting them back in and getting more fleet credits and rinse and repeat as an infinite supply is not a bad thing. But I just don't think it's going to have what the If only I could. If only I could. And it would not be set to stun. Hey, Zarok, how we doing? So, I think they need to do a bit more for the Dill problem. I really do. There's still bots that they need to challenge and get rid of. The gold sellers as well. That's them hemorrhaging money by not tackling that is the way you should. They freely advertise in game, they freely advertise on eBay. I was actually on a site last week where you could commission custom overlays for streaming, get logos done professionally and all that. And I was scrolling through because I was looking for the Star Trek ones to see if there was any out there that can be used freely or purchased. And I came across this one guy that advertises that if you give him your username, your password, and pay him £5, he'll get you from 0 to 50 level. And I'm like, so what you're in effect doing is, apart from breaking the terms of service, is you're letting somebody have access to your account that you might have a payment method linked to, for example, where they could buy a ton of Zen, cost you a fortune, lock you out of that account, buy a ton of key packs or DOF packs or what have you, send them to themselves, and they're gone. So I'm just like, who would be daft enough to do that? And then I looked at the reviews for said individuals, and there was about half a dozen folk putting reviews on for them. I'm like, nah. So that's what DECA should be concentrating trying to crack down. If they want to get the Delex fixed. Clive's so sweet. Look at me, somebody send me a chronophage. That's nice of him. And a bloody doth. I'll wait till he's finished. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Wilwood. And if you do that video part, so you've got it up in the channel or that, bring me the link and I'll certainly come and have a look. Let's see, we from that. He's going to fill this up with about 300 fucking duty officers. I know for a fact he is. It's got a chinned him earlier about it. Right, well, we'll see he's playing a bit with that. I should be nasty. I should wait till he's finished filling all that up as he has done and then just go dink. Oh, could I be that cruel? Yes, I bloody well could, I tell you. I'm an old Scotsman, you're damn right I can be that cruel. Right. Not making the same mistake I've made in past streams by putting the parser on and then it sits below the chat window. And the worst bit is that nobody told me. I never realised. It wasn't until I looked at OBS and went, where's that box went to? I'm doing the combat log. Right. Crap's he giving me? That was awfully nice of him. We need... All my doffs need friends and now they've got a fucking shitload of them. Right. Entire list of them. There we go. We shall deal with that later on. Right, back to doing some randoms. So I'm just going to queue for randoms. If you want to join, queue up as well, see if we get the same one. Or bring me an invite. Or put your handle in and I'll invite you to a team. And I say I'm only going to do maybe another one or two. Because it's 20 past 10 at night, my time. Yep. 2 seconds. Right, what's he up to? Right, he's joining it. That's fine. Ooh, I've been made team leader. Sounds like me in the office, actually, to be honest. Right, there we go. Oh, there's Dan. All right. So Dan, that would be the infamous Zoe that you always refer to out of context. You say, oh, I'll bring Zoe with me. Who's that? It's Zoe. Took me a while to work out what was the name of your tune. Right, we still in this. Pop it. Okay, there we go. Dun dun dun, what we're going to get? A bit of Gateway to Greth or son of a... There we go. Right. Right, Dan, we'll get you in on the next one, pal. Now, I've never actually tried this one with a side torque build. Yeah, I think it's because I'd accepted the TFO, then invited you on the team. I say we'll get this one out of the way, and then we'll jump in the next one. Was that your bloody Enterprise J? With the Terran Emperor's vanity shield on it. Shocking. The Enterprise J is actually quite manoeuvrable for its size. That's going to deal with that a lot. This is deep in concentration, this is. Nobody left at the starbase, so I'll head back over there.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Ooh. Much visual spam.
Those gateways are emitting intense levels of beta radiation. Close them.
Grand view got that one, pal, that's fine. You know what I should have put on this ship? The top console from the Shangri-La. That's what I should have put on.
The starbase are moving toward the planet.
Put that on when we get back to the Dyson Sphere. I'll remember and get that back on.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Covered. Yeah, I was going to do that, you bugger. Right next to it. Instead, I'll just fly around and drop mines everywhere.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Do. That's that what they're done. Many, many torpedoes. Ooh, ha, 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 ha. I'm still moving backwards. I thought this map's moving. Turned out it was me.
Starbase are moving toward the planet.
It's good that I put the parser up and then I forget to activate it. That's always helpful.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Oversized go-kart. Can't say that, you hurt his feelings. What we'll do is we'll finish off with an ISE tonight, I think, once it's off of cooldown, and I'll switch over to the Strike One Eagle for that one. I'll probably get another couple of these done beforehand. Apart from the time-gated nature of this one. I keep forgetting I've got all these cookies on this and I'm not actually using any of them. Yeah, we can see them coming. Don't need to keep announcing it. Just take it as a matter of fact that we know the ships are coming and we'll deal with them when they arrive. I was doing this once. What was I doing it for? Can't remember if it just popped when I was testing a build or something. But I had I should say, a rather decent build on it. I'm doing this on normal. The Dreadnought appeared and then disappeared extremely quickly. Half the team were still making their way to the entry point and I'd already taken it out. It's not going to be a case with this ship, to be honest, but I should actually just do a theme build on this one, I think. Go and get a bunch of the linked phaser arrays. That's me fired off every single quickie I had available. I'm still did practically nothing DPS wise. I love it. So, from Enterprise, we had the 26th century starship, then Discovery gives us 32nd century, yet they're smaller. Right, Dan, we're going to get you on this one, pal. Anybody else that wants to join? Still some space left about. I'll invite Dan back. Yep, I did invite him. Right, cool. Right, I'm going to step away for a minute. Refill the cup. I'll leave you with the lovely break screen for a few seconds, and then I'll be back. So I am on Dyson Joint Command 1. Anybody else wants to jump in 1 or 2 more TFOs, you can find us easy enough. I shall catch you all in a couple of minutes. And I'm back. There we go. Just noticed that half my chats aren't working. So I'm not seeing the Twitch chat on my multi-chat on OBS. So I can see it now over on Twitch. I'm getting the YouTube chats through. Might have a word with Spencer and Nick. Do I really want to fight? Do I really want to fight? Yeah, I do. There he is. Oh, he's over at Earth Space Dock. Bombing it over there. Terrible. Righty ho. Do I really want to accept you as a friend after what you've done to me with Doffs? I've actually got you on my friends list. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's fine. Just making sure. Yeah, I can see it in the YouTube and the... Yep, I can see you in Twitch as well, mate. I'm just looking between the two. Right, so we do one more advanced with the cross field, and then infected comes off the cooldown in 3 minutes. So we'll go into an elite infected after that, and I'll change ships. There we go. Right, so the first random is up. What's the bet it's going to be aground? Really, it's quite disconcerting that YouTube is so far behind Twitch. Ah, sure you do, Defiant. I'm sure you do. Is it Hive? Hive Trent? It's not popped for me yet. There we go. Yep, it's on your system. Yep. So normally I would say I'll just take beta once we've got all the satellites and everything activated, etc. And TFO bug skills. Oh yes, that's gone back a while, Stephen. See, what I'd like them to do, and it won't be this year, but when I've been looking back through all the previous campaigns, and I know they replaced a lot of the event TFOs and merged them into other ones, but I wouldn't mind them going back to some of them. You know, get us off of the repetitive nature that, you know, we always get feast, and it's always swarm and bug hunt that locks out the advanced and elite versions of those two TFOs, for example. So you can't go in and get the gamma pieces. So that needs to be addressed. I've reported that every year, and it's still the same. But we always get the same events, slightly different rotation throughout the year, but it's always the same events, same TFOs. It'd be nice if they would just mix it up, because the Tholian one I hate with a passion. I actually bought out the Tholian event because I just didn't want to sit and do Azure Nebula. So I bought it out. I still did it on my free-to-play accounts, you know, grudgingly. And now I'm currently doing it on Xbox. That'll be Defiant and Cheval. I'll come back over beside you, Dan. So, you know, getting rid of that for a year, you know, and sticking a Borg one. Yeah. I think also what they probably should look at doing, I know it's going to hurt mud sales, but, you know, 1 year perhaps, maybe one every few years, is have, you know, the events, but have them offer previous event rewards. I've lost where I am. Where am I? Because Defiant's kicking a bit over here as well. That's what's confusing me. There's a little Vulcan ship running about. Yes, they are. And they're designed, obviously, to make them money. And the Zen Store doesn't make them that much. It's the gambling that makes them the most. And that's why we'll never see them in the lot boxes, and we'll never see the odds increase. I might see them advertised at some point under a law or something, but we'll never see them disappear. It's too profitable. But the MUDs one are there to get the new players, especially if they don't know any better to wait for a sale, for example. Which is where leaving all the old MUD bundles in would actually work in their favour. Because folk will either get impatient and be desperate for something, or they don't know any better and they'll pay full price for it. Decker makes more money. Evil, evil, evil. See, there's been a lot of talk about that, and I don't know how it would work with the model that STO uses, because you buy Zen, that's what you pay for, and you have the option of purchasing bundles, ships, packs, or lockbox keys with that Zen. You then gamble, but you're not buying the boxes directly with money. Damn it. What happens when I don't pay attention? Did I get hit with anyway? Nah, salvo. So I don't know how that would factor in that kind of setup. Now, of course, you can also get the lockbox keys using in-game resources. So, actually, I'm not 100% sure how it would play out, because I was sensible. I didn't bother going to law school. I thought about it at one point, but I decided, no, I don't want that headache. I decided to become an engineer instead. But I'm sure that when it comes in, I'm sure their legal team will be all over it, as will every other game studio. Try to find ways around it and loopholes and everything. So, yes. Now, back at high school, I had several thoughts about what to do. One of them was law school. The other one was becoming an accountant. Because I did actually like doing accountancy at school, to be honest with you. And I can still remember most of it. So, I ended up floating about for a few years now, doing temp jobs and call centres and banks and so forth, and then eventually got into the technical stuff. And I've been doing that ever since. It's been 20 odd years. And it's now at the point where I was actually getting headhunted last week, which my boss doesn't know about yet, but I'm going to take them up on the offer. So,
Satellite upgrades are now available.
right, let's get all this done now. Better actually repair the boo-boo my ship has. He's not, trust me, I know, I checked. I did subtly hint at it earlier on when I was speaking to them, to be fair. Because we were talking about somebody I met on Tuesday. She was going back to another division of the business. And damn, why are you not doing the satellite, son? And she'd interviewed for the job, took the job, hadn't told anybody. And the only reason her manager found out was because HR phoned them to ask when she could move. And that was about 3 weeks after her accepting the job. So yeah, that came up in conversation. But I'm on a 3 months notice period anyway, so the job doesn't go on the board for another couple of weeks. Once it does, CV's already in, go for the interview, be successful, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Unless somebody better than me comes along and they go, oh, we want him more, but I seriously doubt it. And then tell my boss. And the only downside of moving at the moment is I won't actually get to see the offshore platform sail away that I've been working on for the last couple of years. So that's why my regrets also leaving my current team, because I really do like my team. They're a great group of people. Yeah, well, Genesis. It's got some pull on it. I think I've just realised I haven't actually done tonight. It's actually put my headset on so I can actually hear notifications. I'll remember that for Sunday. I'll be better prepared on Sunday. I also just realised the other reason that my survivability is not the greatest is because I don't have the Disco 2-piece on. But the EPG one on, can't remember the name of it. The riff set. Yeah, really need to put DPRM back on that ship. And Twitch. Nothing much happening chat-wise there. YouTube's fine. Another minute to go. You can take all my mines. Ha 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 ha. Huh. I have a feeling I've been an idiot. No, I do have one. No. Thought I didn't have universal designs on there for a second. That would have been embarrassing and unfortunate. There we go. Kamarki's happy again. Right. Time to change ships. Cleanse the palette after having to use Discovery. Nice, he pops immediately. That's what I like to see.
The situation is grim. There's more. Begin by just...
Sort that out so it actually does the right details on the parser. Thanks for stopping by, Toxin. Much appreciated, mate.
Scanning the nanite transport. Gone. There's no data available.
God, I'm swollen a week in the jail, I tell you. Meg, I think I hit the wrong thing.
Probe is closing in on the transport. Destroy it.
Can't even see if I'm actually even firing. No, bollocks. I see my health decreased dramatically there. I thought, DPRM was still off. I guess. Gate to drop. Can actually get my weapons to fire as well would be a good start. Seem to be doing worse since I switched over to a plasma build. Definitely nowhere near a decent run for me there. I'm usually relatively close to the 1 million when I do the phaser build, but on this one I switched over to a plasma build because I got the complex plasma fire trait, but need to have a look at me build. Get that sorted out later on. Why the hell does it always go to the shuttlecraft? Right, there we are. Right, and that's going to be me for this evening, I'm afraid, people. And do appreciate everybody that tuned in on both Twitch and YouTube, and the follows as well. It certainly does help. I had hit affiliate requirements on Twitch the other day, but then it moved 24 hours forward and it dropped my average viewers by 1, which took me out of the running for it. So hopefully this will get me back over the line. So coming up, we have next stream will be Sunday night, same time. After the Mutara Alliance's stream, I'll start the final part of the 25th anniversary playthrough. Should go live tomorrow once I re-record it, because I screwed up one mission and found the glitch in the game that's been there since 1992. It's never ever been fixed. Saturday for the Paladin video with the Vanity Shields, and then I say stream on Sunday. Then next week I'm going to start doing Judgment Rites playthroughs, and there is 1 or 2 other ships videos that I'm going to do as well. And then depending if we actually get a mud sale anytime soon, there'll be a lot more videos, and ideally I want them to fix the triple transfer issue that's been ongoing since January, because I have a ton, well, correction, I've got 4 boxes, 3 Infinity, 1 promo, that I want to get ships from for my main character to enjoy and play. But I also want to do videos on all of the promo and lockbox ships, and I don't want to waste the boxes to do 1 or 2 videos. I want to open them all on triple, get all the ships on triple, do all the videos, and then that's pretty much a year's worth of content. But I've got to hold off until they fix it. So these boxes have been sitting burning a hole in my inventory for a while, and every time I'm hit the RNG pity point, get another box, it's like, great, I can get another ship once treble starts working. So yes, that's my final rant of the evening. So I'll just thank you all again for tuning in. Dan, I appreciate that, mate. I say we'll get part 3 out tomorrow, the final 2 missions, which are fun ones, and I have enjoyed doing the 25th anniversary, I must admit. It brought back a lot of very fond memories. So yes, so we shall wrap it there. I will switch over to the stream ending screen, and hopefully I'll catch you on Sunday. Say I'm on Casual Sabs Discord, you want to reach out. If there's anything you want to see in the streams, you can let me know in the comments. Do remember to hit that like button. And again, thank you for joining me.